You're listening to Flush Your Fat for Good with Jackie and Dr. Vicky, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us. My name is Jackie Paget Baird.
And I'm Dr. Vicky Arcady.
And we are the co-creators of Flush Your Fat for Good, Be Lean and Healthy for Life. This is a book that we wrote, and you can find this on Amazon.com, or you can go to our website called FlushYourFatForGood.com. That's the number 4 good.com. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And people that are constantly trying to lose weight, getting ready for an event, or just know that they have to, or the doctors told them, boy, you better do that. Most people do not know how to do it, and most people don't even know what happens to their food after they swallow it. So in order to understand how your body really should be functioning, you kind of have to know biochemistry and physiology. But that's what this lifestyle was based on, how your body was made, how the way God made your body to function appropriately. And it really wasn't meant to go in through McDonald's and eat TV tray dinners or processed foods or quick chips. It wasn't even made to be dieting. You're not supposed to diet.
We're the only species that diets.
Yeah, if you think about it. Right.
There's no other species that does that.
I mean, if you think about it.
Not even apes.
No, it's not. My lizard doesn't say, hey, I think I should diet. I'm going to cut out the mealworms. No, I'm not eating that many mealworms anymore.
Or crickets.
Right. But anyway, we wanted to let you know, and we're going to show a few pictures of what our website, some of the additions of our website right now, because we're going to go into the subject of how to lose your fat before the holidays and beyond. But our Facebook page, not our Facebook page, our website has many new things to it that we just wanted to show you, that when you become a VIP member, you can see Dr. Vicky and myself in the kitchen. We're actually showing you how to make the staples for the food, and we're being filmed, so we have 23 videos to show you guys how to do certain things, like Jackie's crispy garlic Brussels sprouts, Jackie's chicken salad, my turkey soup, how to do the fruit bowls,
veggie egg muffins,
yeah, how to make your cran flush, day at a glance,
latte.
So that the gal that helped us to write this book, Kathleen Powell, she's a coach now and she's lost over 100 pounds. We did a day at a glance with her life with ours, because everybody lives different lives. So she interviewed us, and you'll see us on the couch there. Also, when you go to the store on our website, you're going to see that there's different squares there for you to choose from, and it's got products and books, membership, stuff like that. Supplements. But one of the things, if you go to products and scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see starter kits. And the thing that's cool about this is, just for starter kit 1 for $111, you can have all the books, the workbook, the GLA, the CLA, the charts, and the shopping pad, all of that to get together to get yourself started. And then you have starter kit 2 and starter kit 3, and you'll be able to see the difference as to what is available there.
And with that comes the VIP membership, no?
No, but you just add that to the cart.
You add that, and then you're ready to go, and you just have you watch all the videos, and you'll know exactly what to do,
right,
and how to make everything.
I mean, I'm not the kind of person that likes to read recipes. Just show it to me, and that's what we did. We spent a lot of time videoing us making certain things to help you get started. If you were to just do Jackie's chicken salad every single day, drink your cran flush, and have the lattes, we call it the FYF for Good lattes, that alone would really start to get you moving.
And make sure you put it in a safe place in the refrigerator, because your children will eat it all.
100%.
Steal it and eat it all. You had a girl, she's like a daughter to you.
Yeah.
And she was there one night with her son. And
Yeah, and they were hanging out in the backyard, and they were in the pool and stuff like that. She stayed really late, and they were drinking beers and hanging out, the kids.
just
And
having
then
good fun.
I made the best Jackie's chicken. I'm not kidding you. It was like to die for, because when you eat Jackie's chicken salad, it makes your legs weak. So I made this.
Wasn't it in a big Tupperware?
Yeah, I made a big thing,
Yeah.
because when you make Jackie's chicken salad, when you make any of these, they're staples, you want them around for at least 4 days, right? Because you're going to go in and nosh.
And it marinates, so it gets better and better and better every day.
It's just
Oh,
unbelievable.
So good.
So I made my batch, and I tucked it into my refrigerator, and then I woke up the next day, and of course we have fruit for our morning breakfast, and then we go into our latte, and after that, you just want to chow down on your
the
protein and vegetables and things like that. So I was ready for my Jackie's chicken salad.
Couldn't wait to have it for breakfast.
Whole damn thing was gone.
And she called me. Someone stole my Jackie's chicken salad. It's nowhere to be
I couldn't
found.
figure out what happened. It was really heartbreaking because I knew it was good, man.
She
The way
cried for days
the way I grilled that chicken,
Until you got it back,
it
right?
was the bomb.
Yeah. Did you ever
No,
get it back?
no.
She ate it all?
She ate it all. Okay, so that was quite a party. But anyway, the next thing that's new on our website that we wanted to introduce is our one-on-one coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And we have specially picked some certified senior coaches. We will be getting more, but at this time, these girls are amazing.
They are living the lifestyle. We're so very proud of them. They've transformed their lives. They have a whole different lives now. They're more active. We have one's a millennial, and two are one's middle aged and one is older, an older person, and they are in what we call phase 2, which is your after you reach your goal, you go into phase 2. And then you go back and forth, phase 1, phase 2. Most of us are always on phase 1 because it makes you feel so good. And it's very easy, especially when you travel. But these girls, they are living this lifestyle. They are not turning back. And, you can hear some of our podcasts where we interview, like Coach Katie, and Coach Sue, and Coach Jennifer. And Jennifer is mentioned a few times in this book.
The thing that's great about these girls is that they just didn't all of a sudden start this and, everything's easy and I'm just going to lose what I need. All of these girls had either health issues or have suffered with their weight for years.
Or their health. They could barely function.
They've
all
tried
3 of them.
Right. And so
whether it's arthritis, knees, feet, hips, out of breath, intestinal problems, terrible
just everything.
fatigue, terrible, sluggishness and fatigue and
so
depression.
they've been through it all, and we're excited. They took our coaching course, which we offer on the website, which is 7 modules.
Well, that was the first one. Now this one is the
we have a second one now. Yeah, it's
because we update them.
Right.
With more good stuff.
Get recertified.
This one's a little longer than the last one.
But they're all totally educated, and they're really great at help. They'll take your hand and walk you through the first 30 days.
And they have success stories of their own with their buddies.
Yeah.
They've helped.
But they know what to do because they've been trained, and they can help you. If you're not a self-starter, or if you just try to get started and then you get frustrated because you're not one of those people that can read a book or figure it out or get started. Sometimes, this is why we have buddies. We have the buddy system so that you can really get going on helping each other. The buddy system we call the Flesh Your Fat for Good buddies because, 2 heads are better than one anyway. But when you're partnering up, you encourage each other and you challenge each other. But with our coaches, they have been through it and they've been around the block on many different things. And for them to take our certified senior coaching course and for them to be there for the month to help you through this, go to the website and check it out. You'll learn about who they are if you resonate with them and you go, you know what, I just need them for a month. I got to have them for a month. And I've done this many times with helping people, and by the second month they say, I just need you for one more month, and I got it. And some very rare, it goes into 3 months, but that's because people know that they need to have somebody right there with them at all times. Even if it's just a quick phone call or a quick email, it's got to be that way.
And it's not because it's hard. It's not hard. It's a learning process. It's
Right.
a learning curve, but you are learning real nutrition. I mean, that's what the coaches are going to do. They're going to teach you as they support you and coach you and
Right.
help you through this. And once you get it, you'll never forget it. It's there forever.
We call it habitual ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And once you are in a habit of a routine and you understand it, we want you to own it. We don't want to be your gurus. We want to be your guides.
Right.
So today, what we're going to do, we usually do Did You Know That? But we're both going to be doing Did You Know That today because the holidays are coming up, okay? Now, I'm thinking
It's
to
summer.
myself, it's summer. It's what, 111 degrees soon?
It's hot outside.
But
Triple
where are
digits.
we? We're August 20th?
We're in August, middle of August.
No, the end almost. aren't
Almost
we?
the end of
You're
August.
right.
Kids are starting school.
They started today in LA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay, check it out. We have August, right? 20th. Is that what we are? August 20th today, whatever. To September 20th. Okay? Okay, that's 4 weeks. Now, what's next?
We have a
September-
holiday in between.
What is
Labor
it?
Day.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
US.
Labor Day.
Day. So that's really, traditionally, that's the last holiday of summer. And officially, summer's over.
But they've come back from their vacations.
Oh,
They've gone
boy.
back to school. So now you've got what's coming up in October. Halloween.
Halloween.
What's coming up in November? Thanksgiving. What's coming up in December? You got Hanukkah and you got Christmas.
This is, these are U.S. holidays, Thanksgiving, and I think Halloween
Thanksgiving
is
is, yeah.
all over.
Halloween's
All Saints
everywhere.
Day. Yeah, All Saints
Go to
Day.
Mexico. It's
All Souls Day.
All Souls Day. But the Christian and Jewish holidays are everywhere.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay, and what goes along with all these holidays? Food.
Tons and goodies and stuff you
So
never
usually-
eat all year.
Most people do not make it through the holidays without gaining weight.
We did a podcast on that, how you will gain and you will continue to gain if you don't check yourself, if you don't watch yourself during the holidays. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to eat during the holidays and enjoy myself. Well, that's not how it works.
Right.
The stats show that if you do that and you gain, say, 10 pounds, you're going to continue to gain.
Mm-hmm.
Most people continue to gain, and it just keeps getting piled on and on. The weight will keep piling on you. So you have to really check yourself and be coherent of where you are and what the dates are and what your plans are. If you can look ahead, you can realize, okay, I'm going to be faced with, like we did with our studies. We started our studies we got our subjects in September, and we started it in October.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Because that's the month where you get the first holiday. And it's better to be on something like this where you can learn how to eat properly during the holidays. And most of our people had a good result and tremendous result. The cravings were gone. They didn't have any sugar issues. They knew what to do before they went to the holiday functions. And they were perfectly content. They joined in the party. They didn't stick out like a sore thumb. Nobody even knew what they were doing because they knew how to eat.
The goal was to get to January 1st, which is where
Right.
you usually make your New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have to make your New Year's resolution because it's already been applied in September or October. You already know what you're doing. You're already on a journey. You're already on a lifestyle. So many people start to panic, and they know it's getting closer and closer and closer. With all these holidays, what are you going to do for Halloween? If you have kids, you're at parties. There's candy.
Oh,
there's
Halloween.
cookies. There's those
Yeah.
corn, what are they called? The corn things? Those are my favorite.
Oh, those little corn things?
Yeah, corn candy.
And corn candy, that's all corn syrup.
Yeah.
But out here in Los Angeles, they're going to, I think they're going to make Halloween always celebrated on Friday, which will be murder because you'll have parties all weekend. And the kids will, And you probably will just go to town on Friday night. They're going to have it on Friday. So
But it'll be fun if you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
And how to do it.
Right.
Because if you think life comes at you fast. End of story. Before you know it, we're in October.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, September, October, you could have a good 15, 20 pounds off.
Oh, easy.
Now, if that's all you have to lose, then you can apply your lifestyle through the holiday. If you have 40, 60, 70 to lose or more, but by the 1st of January, let me see, we're where? August, September, October, November, December. Okay. By December, you could have at least 40 off. Okay?
For real.
That's
for real.
And that's mostly calculating what women do.
Yes.
So
Men lose more.
Men do lose more. However, this is the time to start thinking of your health, not just of your weight, because the whole book is about be lean and healthy for life. It's a lifestyle.
Right.
And this is what we want to bring upon you.
And, yeah.
Well, what I was going to say, if you can get through Halloween,
Yes.
thinking, and you got to put it in your head, oh dear God, will there ever be another Almond Joy? You know, it's like, yes, don't worry about it. And if so many people are going to pile it in and eat because they're thinking
It's over for them.
They're never going to be able to do this again.
They're gone forever.
Or when you start eating sugar, because it's like cocaine on the brain, it is a drug.
Yes.
It triggers you, and that's the next one goes to 2, goes to 3. Before you know it, you say, oh, screw it, and I'm going to eat it all. And then before you leave the party or before you have left the store, you're just saying it's holiday time. You're walking around the market. They already have them.
Oh, it's
The candy's everywhere.
Oh,
You can smell it.
Are you kidding? Thanksgiving's out already.
So, and one of the tricks is that I always teach everybody is when you are at a party or you're around where they just made these great cookies or the cakes or the treats, just smell it. That's
amazing how that
what
works.
you want to do is you want to go into our website. You want to get Starter Kit 1. You want to watch the videos. You want to listen to the over 100 audios that we have where we are troubleshooting for people for the last 5 years. And they're edited. So you can see whatever the subject matter is for, a good 5-6 minutes.
However long you can listen. It's,
Yeah, but we
there's some
shorten them.
short, there's some longer. Yeah.
You want to get the book because the more you we just got a comment the other day on our private Facebook page called Flush Your Fat for Good Buddies, and you're all welcome to come to that Facebook page and
Request to join.
Yeah, request to join.
And we'll put you in.
But where was I? She said, I just finished your book and now all the pieces have come together. Did you read that? That was good. Yeah. And that was like, you just made my day.
Well, that's exactly what you wanted to do. That's why we had to write the book, so that all the pieces could come together. And to have school start and the kids going back and everyone going back, summer's over, that feeling of summer and vacation, it's going to be over. You might as well start something that's going to benefit your health and get in a new routine. Eating healthy, getting the whole family going on it, and start that right in September when you're in the routine mode again. You're in the kids, you're into making sure dinner's ready at the same time every day. They have to get up the same breakfast, for the kids.
But you can do this even if you're feeding the kids and the family. They don't have to do it if they don't want to. You can lead by example, but they wouldn't even know if you're doing phase 1 or phase 2. It's just how you plan to put the food on your plate. And if you want to, they
won't even know.
No, but if you want to, tell your kids, tell your husband or wife, look, I want to do this and I'm going to continue to do this. And you guys don't have to do it with me, but I want you to understand what I'm doing.
And I want
they
your
might
support.
want to do it with you.
Right.
I mean, a lot of times couples, they get heavy together because they're eating the same foods together.
So often you see that.
But if you love each other, as I always say, how old you want to be when you take your last breath? If you love each other, you want to live as long as you can. You want to be there for your kids and your grandkids.
Yeah, and you can just talk to your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your friend or whoever, and just say, just do this with me for like 8 weeks. Can you just do this with me and let's eat this way and try it out just so that you can help me. I really want to do this. And that way, that's easy for people to do because, you don't starve yourself on Flush Your Fat for Good. In fact, most people complain. Their complaint is, I can't eat that much.
I think we got a post today on Facebook. I was going to go look for it. I don't know if Coach Jennifer wants to give me any messages today as she's watching the podcast. I've got my phone up. But somebody was, who was it? Oh my God, I think it was Linda. She said, I've been doing this lifestyle now for how long?
7 months.
7 months. She's losing every month. She's getting leaner. Her clothes are getting looser. Her body's getting healthier and better. I always love her posts.
Yes.
She's amazing.
They're very informational.
I think she was a nurse, wasn't she?
She was a emergency ER nurse, graveyard shift.
Yeah, she's great. And she was recommended by her
Coach Pat.
Is that her sister?
Sister.
Yeah.
Coach Pat Campbell.
But I
shout
love
out
her.
to them.
Yeah, shout out to you guys, Coach Pat Campbell and Linda.
They're doing a wonderful job.
And Linda
Both
said,
of you.
sometimes I can't eat that much. And, I always say, you don't have to eat less, just eat lightly.
Yes.
Don't. And she goes, I know I need to stoke the fire to burn the fat. Well, if the fire is really going good, you just need a few kindlings. You don't need a big log.
Right.
Fire's going good, throw the tree on
Yeah,
there.
I mean, sometimes you're not that hungry. Sometimes you are hungry. Sometimes you're really hungry and you want to eat 2 steaks or something, or 3 pieces of chicken, or 2 pieces of fish.
You just want a little bit of goat yogurt and nuts. The thing is, you need to eat because it sustains the body, it gives the body energy. And the energy is what helps to burn the fat. And it gives you, sometimes the hot weather, you're not going to be hungry.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and always keep in mind, sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're not. You're really thirsty.
Right.
That's a trick, too.
Or if you're really tired, you're thirsty.
Yeah.
If you're really dog tired, go drink your cran flush or water or something. Drink some liquid, and you'll see that it'll pick you up.
Okay, Coach Jennifer just said, so far there's no questions. Okay, cool. And
I don't know if the phone number is on here, but you can also call in.
Well, we can say the phone number. It's 818-570-5085. So if anybody wants to call in, I think we might be able to pull that off. So that's 818-570-5085. And thank you, Coach Jennifer. The test groups that we did before we brought this to the public, before we wrote the book, before we had this workbook, I had written a workbook for our test subjects, which we had about
It was really that one. This one's revised though with extra stuff.
Yeah, this is the workbook. Yeah. And in the workbook, it's a workbook. It gives you, it's the blueprint. It gives you explanations, gives you how to do this, and it tells you step by step what to do.
Quick reference.
And we just revised this so that you can make notes in it. We have better pictures, and we call this your kitchen Bible. The bottom line is, if you were to just get the GLA CLA and the workbook, become a VIP member on the website, you can start kicking butt and taking names. And you have to commit to the fact that this is not a diet. You have to commit to the fact that You have to do something to where you don't want to struggle again.
Right.
People are always struggling, and then bam, something happens to them. You know, whatever it is, something
Right.
will happen, and before you know it, you've put yourself into a place that you're stressed, or finances are a big deal, or you lost your job, or you got, I don't know, hit by a car, whatever. The bottom line is, whatever happens in life, you need to be in charge of your health. You have to be.
No one else is going to be.
No, nobody's going to bring you the supplements.
No.
Nobody's going to bring you the food. Nobody. I mean, if you have somebody like that, let me know.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you, we're encouraging you to just start, because you should really start to feel better like the second day. I mean, you'll start to feel something different, and your body will feel a little bit different the next day, better. And this is, like I said before, a learning curve. So you're going to learn real nutrition. You're going to learn a lifestyle. You probably, most likely, absolutely could make mistakes. And we don't want you to kick yourself because you did. We just want you to perhaps best thing is to go in the room, or contact your buddy, contact your coach, or go in the room and post something and just say, I don't know if I messed up or not. I did this, I did that. You know, a lot of people post food labels and stuff. Can I have this? I'm about ready to open this up and eat it. Can I have this? You know, and we'll encourage you, but don't beat yourself up, because it's a learning curve and it's a lifestyle. It's meant to be forever.
I got a text the other day, oh my God, I think I blew it. And I'm like, why? What'd you do? I had a 12-ounce steak. And it was, what's the Japanese steak? Japanese steak, there's a name for it.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like a gourmet Japanese steak. Yeah.
And
That's a big
said,
steak.
12 ounces. I said, I bet you're hungry.
Yeah.
And I said, what's the problem? Well, I ate a lot of meat and I was so full. I said, okay, did you take your enzymes before you ate? Yes, I did. I said, great. You did great. And you probably needed it. And you probably, did it taste good? He said it was so delicious.
And he wasn't miserable. He was just full.
No, he was just full.
Yeah. You don't want to overeat or undereat.
Right.
You know?
And so this is about, he thought he was doing wrong because he had steak. Meat is okay.
Especially if you crave it.
If you're craving it, there's something in the meat you require.
Right.
Okay? And now we do sometimes go into fine-tuning with blood type. But most of the time, even if you're a type A and you're not good with red meat,
It doesn't matter.
sometimes you're like, I need to have a piece of steak. So you want healthy. You want it grass-fed. You want it, or, and when they say, these cows or these chickens are organically fed.
Or vegetarian.
Or vegetarian.
The chickens, it kills me. They're organically fed, and there's a commercial, and they said they're vegetarian, organically fed. And I'm like, chickens are not vegetarian.
Show
chickens
me
chickens eat bugs.
That's protein. Chickens
Slugs.
have to, you want them on the pasture raised.
Yeah, pasture.
You don't want them in cages.
You're right.
And then they grow past the barbed wire, or the wire that's in the cages, and they have to cut off their feet to pull them out.
Oh, please.
Yeah. That's what they do with chickens.
Oh my God.
You want them walking the...
She's
Now,
brutal. She's brutal.
Well, I mean...
Oh my God.
You want to know how they kill cows?
No.
But the bottom line is,
I can't take it.
We are, with the foods, if you really just even look at our cover of our book, you're going to look at salmon, chicken, steak. We have all the vegetables, beautiful vegetables with broccoli.
Fruits.
Over here, bell peppers.
Yeah, on the back
with
of
the fruits. We've got...
Oh, wow, look at the back. Yeah.
I'm telling you, all of this stuff.
Yeah, there's mango down there.
Yeah, there's all kinds of food here.
Beautiful.
Nuts, right?
Nuts and seeds,
eggs. Got eggs down
Yeah.
here. I
Papaya.
mean, the thing is, this is
Beautiful.
It's making me hungry.
I know, it's a beautiful cover.
The bottom line
radishes
is
here? What is that?
yeah, no, tomatoes.
Oh.
Cherry tomatoes.
Oh, those are ripe.
Food. If God made it, eat it. If man made it, read it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time you read the label, you're going to throw it out. If God made it, you want to be able to eat it and digest it and absorb it so that you have wonderful elimination. But within the absorption, that's where you're getting all the nutrients that are going to help build, repair, and maintain the integrity of your bone, blood, and tissue, organs, hormones, everything. If you cannot nourish your body appropriately, then you're weakening yourself. And therefore, we have what's called the 8 pillars of our lifestyle. We want you to follow those 8 pillars, and you will learn about them in the workbook, or you'll learn about them in the what is this? I call it a textbook, but it's really not. This is fun to read.
This is a reference book. I mean, this is a
Yeah.
book you're going to keep on your shelf and keep going back to get the information you want. Why? Why am I losing this weight? Why is it good to have goat yogurt? Why do I have to soak the nuts? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to? See, I like books. I like books like this. I have a whole library in my house of textbooks and books like this that I can just pull off the shelf. I did it this morning regarding a baby issues and teething and all that.
Right.
And, you want to, this is something you'll keep on your shelf.
Well, and really, we just didn't pull all this information out of the air. On page 219, you'll see all the sources of information in which we have gathered.
All the references.
Yeah, the references.
And articles and books that we used
This
to write
is
this.
this is a 60-year combined 60 years of our knowledge that we've put together here, because the whole lifestyle was divine intervention the way it came to me. And that's why when I knew it was working for me, and then a few of my friends, especially Kathy Costolazzo, made me put it together onto on a PDF form to begin with for her clients, because she does lymphatic body wrapping, and then she gets celebrities ready for the red carpet. And she goes, I want this for my clients. And I said, well, okay, but I don't want to put it down on paper. So she put a gun to my head, and I put it down on paper. But
thus
then
the workbook came
thus
to
the workbook.
life.
And then she wanted it on a website. And so another gun came out, and I had to put it on the website. But I knew then that we had to combine our knowledge, not just this is knowledge about this lifestyle. It is. But with Dr. Vicky, she had a very, very large family practice. Her reputation was called the last resort. Okay, when kids were sent home to die, they gave them morphine. When people had illnesses that the doctors just, threw up their hands, I don't know, they always wound up on her doorstep.
Okay.
And I was her assistant. So when I was handling the front and in the treatment room with her, the knowledge that was put together in helping these people that had no hope, all of this information has been applied to our lifestyle now.
And the starting point for all of these people, diet. Diet is everything. I mean, if you look at a newborn baby coming out of the womb, breast milk is the best, and it's all about diet. It's all about what you're eating. I always said it's 95 to 99% of your health that you eat properly, and make sure you're not abusing the foods and eating processed foods and empty foods with big calories connected to them. You don't want that. And I just want to say something about there's the new burgers.
Yeah.
That I think they're called Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers.
Right.
If you really study those and look at them, they are so processed. They're so processed.
No, there's not very valuable nutrition.
It's not valuable, and it's starch. There's sugar. There's garbage in those. You know, it's processed so badly. So you know, I'd much rather see you. In fact, at some of our fast foods now, you can buy a burger, grass-fed burger with lettuce instead of the bun.
That's In-N-Out.
Carl's, I think
Is
has
it
it.
In-N-Out? Not sure.
Yeah, In-N-Out has it. Carl's has it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go where there's fresh, quality meats. You know, if you have to run through and follow our second pillar, which is food combining, and you're going to be good to go.
That's what we want you to learn right now, because once you get going on a commitment about your own life and survival, and to tell you the truth, the way healthcare is today, even to get in to see a doctor right away, they're pretty much booked, and then to get in there, it could be 4 to 6 weeks sometimes with some doctors. If it's an emergency, of course, you have to go to the hospital.
We had an emergency today with a newborn.
Mm-hmm.
They took it to the hospital. They couldn't. They checked him out. Couldn't really help him or see him. So they says, no, you have to go to a pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the pediatrician. It was an emergency. Okay, the kid turned purple that morning. This morning.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to the doctor, pediatrician. We don't have room for this kid.
Right. They made an appointment the next day.
How can you not have room for a kid that turned purple that morning?
Well, that's what's happening. So
It's not good. So you have to
No.
take care of yourself. You can't expect, you know, many people expect the doctor to fix them.
right.
You know, give me a pill, that'll fix me. You take care of me and fix me. No, it has to be mostly you and your lifestyle and what you're doing and your consciousness about what you're doing, your habits, your sleep, your choices of foods, of drink, water. You know, you have to exercise. You have to have your choices that are good choices. And you know, in the beginning, when you do this, sometimes you mess up and you don't make a good choice, but it's okay. You go to the next meal.
Right. It's meal to meal.
We celebrate that because you know what? You learn so much.
So with
when
the
you mess up.
holidays coming, if you get started now, you're going to be able to have the control of not having to mess up. And
Right.
that's what happens. As soon as somebody says, oh, forget it, you know, it's October, November, for the next 3 months, I'm just going to eat myself into oblivion, or I'm just going to eat here and eat there and just enjoy. What you're doing is slow suicide. And what you're doing is setting yourself up to possibly, you know, the life of a red blood cell's every 4 months. So in 4 months from the time that you're just messing yourself up for October, November, December, by April, you could have some serious health issues if you don't know what to do and how to clean out and get yourself in
Right.
good shape.
And if you are one of those people who gained, you know, 20, 30, 40 pounds or more, and you went into an insulin resistance,
Yeah.
and you make up your mind that you're going to eat whatever and just forget about it and just eat whatever you want and go back to the way you were eating with sugar and starches and junk food and chips and waffles and pancakes and, you know, stuff like that, you're going to go back into insulin resistance and you're going to gain much more weight.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to gain more weight because the body is like, come on, I'll do it.
Right.
I'll take it. I'll make more fat.
That's what builds your fat.
Yep.
That's what makes your fat.
That makes your fat.
So what we want to do is get you onto a lifestyle in which you're using your own fat for energy.
Right.
You're getting, when you digest, every 10 years you lose 15% of your enzymes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take enzymes. You just have to. Now, are you 13 years old? No, unless you have a severe intestinal issue. 21, some people that are trying to lose fat now, they don't digest well because they're stressed, and because of their eating habits have been so poor, they have to assist themselves with enzymes. But when you digest and absorb, if you're not food combining, then your food becomes putrefied in your gut.
It rots.
It just, it's sort of like
a garbage can.
in the summer.
Exactly. It's just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because your stomach releases heat, acid, and enzymes. And if your food's just sitting in there and it's been stopped because of poor combination of foods, now you've got gas, bloating. You barely digested all that food that you just decided to eat. And now it's not going to be absorbed to go build your body, to not only build the bone, blood, tissue, hormones, organs. How about your immune system?
Oh, boy.
I mean,
What's more important than that? Digestion, absorption, elimination, because that gives you your immune system.
and when we talk about elimination, I think we did, I don't know, did we do a whole show
I
on
think
that?
we did that.
It doesn't matter.
We pretty
We're-
much hit every subject
Yeah,
in the table of
but
contents here.
elimination, every time I say this, you have to eliminate 3 to 4 times a day.
Yes.
You have to have a bowel movement 3 to 4 times a day.
Yes, you do. And, I will tell you from my own experience, and I think yours too, Jackie, the longer you're practicing these pillars and you're, especially food combining, the longer you're combining your food properly to enhance your digestion and optimize it with digestion, absorption, elimination, breaking down the food, utilizing it, and then eliminating, you'll see over time that, number one, you'll get hungry when it's time to eat. Your food will digest, and you're going to know. And you'll get a signal in your brain, hey, it's time to have your fruit if you want right now. The next thing that happens is your digestion, because you continually do this all day long, every day for a long period of time, your digestion will improve and get stronger, your digestive system, to the point where we recommend digestive enzymes in phase 1. But in phase 2, most people do not have to take them every single protein meal in phase 2, because your digestion becomes stronger, more efficient, and it becomes like a fine running machine.
Right.
And as long as you continue to food combine, and those of you out there who have taken a break from this lifestyle, or you're not food combining, please get back to food combining. At least do that.
You'll feel better. You'll have more energy. Now, we do address vegans,
Yes,
pescatarians,
and vegetarians.
and vegetarians. And
We did a show on that
mhm,
with her twin sister.
yeah,
Who's
a vegan.
What's her
She's the
title? Spokesperson?
She has a ton of
I know.
titles.
What's her spokes?
But she's the spokesperson for the Vegan Society.
There you go.
But also she developed, which we talk about, is alternative meat products.
That are
she
good
has
ones.
what's called, these are the best
These
you
are
can get.
good.
And how they're seasoned, they're healthy. There's not
Minimally
uh,
processed.
and the seasoning is great.
Right.
And it's called Spice of Life Meatless Meats. Spice-of-life.com. You can check it out. You have to put the hyphens in.
Otherwise, you're going to...
You hit a porno site. Spice of Life. But you got to put those hyphens in, and you will get a health
And-
site.
Right. And she, doesn't she have them available in some health
Yeah,
food
they're in
stores?
stores. Yeah,
I think
and
Whole
she has a
Foods-
jerky.
Whole
and-
Foods, I think, has
But
them.
we don't want you to start. The jerky is good for phase 2.
Phase 2.
For
There's
phase
a little
1, it's
molasses in there.
reconstituted chicken bits, meat bits, really good
really
stuff.
good.
And you can put it with the stews.
And
you can
the
put it
jerky
in
is so
Jackie's
good.
instead
Yeah.
of Jackie's real chicken salad. You can do the Jackie's Spice of Life chicken salad.
Right.
Also, something to really help your digestion is coffee. And we mandate coffee, unless it's a religious issue.
And you know what? When we started this pretty much 5 years ago now,
Mhm.
October, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, coffee was not considered, it was like touched upon that coffee was good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it was still the mindset that coffee was not good for you. And the caffeine was not good for you. And no, don't give up the coffee.
Coffee's a no-no. Give up the coffee.
But
Give up
now, as long as it's organic, you
Right.
don't want the conventional or non-organic, because it's one of the highest sprayed crops on the planet is coffee. Strawberries is another one, but you do not want to drink that. It'll hype you up to it's so toxic. places like Starbucks, I can't drink that coffee.
No, it gives me a headache.
Oh my God, it hypes me up so badly, I can't have it.
You can ask for organic.
Yeah, they do have a drip organic.
But then, you don't want the cow dairy in it.
No, you can have soy milk.
But they have sugar in it.
Well, if
Yeah,
you're in a pinch, I mean,
Yeah,
what
and
are you
if
gonna
you're
do?
in phase 2, you
do the
can
best you
that.
can, is what we always say.
Phase 1
You'll
is
still be fine.
phase 1 in this is boot camp.
Right.
Okay? It's like, you want that fat off like yesterday. So that's why we're talking about the holidays. Because how fast do you want the fat off? How fast do you want to look your best at meeting with your relatives, your friends, your gatherings, all through October, November, December? How important is it not just to look your best, but feel your best?
Yeah, and have the energy for the holidays. I mean, you have to have a lot of energy, and you want to build your immune system to the point where you're not going to get sick. No one in your family gets sick. And this will all help with that, because you're going to improve your digestion, which will help your immune system.
So when we're dealing with our Power 100 heroes, which are 100 plus pounds over, we have a weekly call every Wednesday, actually hosted by Coach Jennifer, who you will read about in our book. And she's been around the block. She has really done an
what a
entire year
story.
of losing
Yeah.
a lot of weight, and she understands these people that have struggled. Some of our Power 100, we call them heroes because they're giving life a second chance. They've done about 24 programs trying to get the weight off.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what's ridiculous, because they only have the short-term thought process, the
Right.
vision. I have to get it off. I have to get it off. But the bottom line is, what am I going to do then? That's why we did that podcast on the surgical
And
crazies.
I saw an advertisement for another kind of lifestyle plan that they have. I haven't looked into it, but the people that were involved, they must have been, Power 100 kind of people. But when you saw them, that they had lost the weight, they looked healthy, but they didn't look like they were too skinny. And I wanted to emphasize that, because with Flesh or Fat for Good, we don't emphasize, we want you to get down to where you look good, you like what you look and see in the mirror, but you also feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to know if you need to lose 5 pounds more, a few more inches, get down to a little bit smaller size, or not. And we don't want you to think that you're supposed to get down to, like Twiggy
No,
or
you're
something.
not skinny mini.
Like, I think we're not skinny mini. You're not skinny mini. I'm not skinny mini, but we've been this weight for a long time.
You want your body to be at a healthy
Stable.
weight and stable.
And healthy and strong immune system.
Because you're building lean muscle mass and bone density.
Right.
And you do not want visceral fat, which is surrounding
Right.
and suffocating your organs.
Right.
It's all about health. And 20 pounds over fat, as we call it, is linked to over 20 health conditions. So
Yeah, and I have a colleague that I baptized her kids, and they were my first godchildren. But she was, when I met her, she was my clinician as an intern, and she was very skinny. She was like this, real tall and real skinny, but strong. And she kept getting sick. And then she put on, she didn't put on the weight, but she started eating better and more protein, and she started eating healthy. She eats stews and all that good stuff. And she put on 20 pounds, and she came to me and she says, you know what? I'm 20 pounds heavier, and I may not look like a skinny mini to most people, but she goes, I feel so good. She goes, I can do whatever I want. I have energy. I says, then what's the difference? You don't have to look like the models. That's the mindset people have, is
that's what the fashion industry
That's
did.
right.
But
so it's
really,
not necessary.
a healthy body with glowing skin.
Correct.
Your eyes are bright and clean, and you have a good attitude.
Right.
Your mood is positive. That's beautiful. And they're ruining our kids when they're saying you got to look this way, you got to look that
Yeah.
way.
So don't think you have to get down to 105 pounds.
No, in fact, by the way, they're having a big, what do you call it, blowback, or I'm trying to remember what I saw. But even Weight Watchers, they're having some issues because they made an app for kids
Oh.
to try to lose weight. It's an app for kids. They just need to learn how to eat. So we want to help you to understand that we're here letting you know
There's so
that
much
by
support.
December
Yes.
or the 1st of January, you could lose at least 30 to 40, maybe even 50 pounds.
Right.
Okay? And that would be of fat, and you'd be building your bone density and lean muscle mass. And please get to our website, see what's available, and join our Facebook page. And until next week, we want to thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of your summer.
You're listening to Flush Your Fat for Good with Jackie and Dr. Vicky, only on LA Talk Radio.